Today we are discussing the topic work. We are commonly using this word work in our day-to-day life. You are reading physics book for 1 hour. So in terms of physics, you are not doing any work. You are doing some mental work. In terms of physics, work is said to be done only when a force is applied on the body and the body gets displaced from its position. Then only work is said to be done. Otherwise, no work is done. See this picture. In this picture, you can see a boy is pushing a car. If this car moves from its initial position, then work is done. And if the boy is not able to make this car to move, then no work is done. So here the boy is able to make this car to move. So work is said to be done. Now you see another picture. Here a boy is pushing a wall and he is not able to displace the wall, and since he is not able to displace the wall, no work is done. In the first case, work is done because the boy was able to make the car to move, and in second case, the work is not done by the boy because the boy is not able to make this wall to move. Measured as the product of force and displacement in the direction of force. Work is the product of force and displacement in the direction of force. Work is the product of force and the component of displacement in the direction of force. Work is measured as the product of force and component of displacement in the direction of force. So it is not necessary that body always gets displaced or body always gets displaced in the direction of force. Body can be displaced in a direction other than the direction of force. Now we will see how do we derive a mathematical expression to find work done. So for that, first of all, we draw a body. So this rectangle which I have made on the board, that is a body. And a force is applied on the body. The force is applied in this direction. A force of magnitude F is applied on this body. And here the body is not displaced in the direction of force. The direction of force is marked with the help of an arrow mark. So you can see what is the direction of force. And here the body gets displaced in a direction. Body gets displaced not in the direction of force. The body This is the displacement of the body. So this initial position is taken as A. A is the initial position. Body gets displaced from A to B. Displaced from A to B. This is the actual displacement. Actual displacement of the body is AB. But how do we find the work done? Work done is equal to the product of force and component of displacement in the direction of force. Here we have to find the component of displacement in the direction of force. In order to find the component of displacement in the direction of force, we have to draw a right-angled triangle. So we construct a right-angled triangle. So ABC is a right-angled triangle which is right-angled at C. So AC is the component of displacement in the direction of force. Now we have to find component of displacement in the direction of force, which is equal to AC. For that we have to apply trigonometrical ratios. We have to apply trigonometrical ratios. So this angle, the angle between actual displacement is AB, that is taken as S. So actual displacement is AB, which is taken as S, and the component of displacement in the direction of force is AC. And theta is the angle between the actual displacement and the direction of force. Theta is the angle between actual displacement and the direction of force. So in order to find this component of displacement in the direction of force, we apply the trigonometrical ratio. So you know how to find cos theta from a right angle triangle. So cos of an angle is equal to base upon hypotenuse. You know the formula of cos theta, which is a base upon hypotenuse. So what is the base here? Base is a AC. AC is the base. And what is a hypotenuse? Hypotenuse means the side opposite to 90-degree angle. That is called hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is AB or S. So S is the hypotenuse. Now we calculate AC. So AC we can write AC is equal to cross multiplying. Then when we cross multiply, we get a AC is equal to S cos theta. So this is a AC. How do we find work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement in the direction of force. This component of displacement in the direction of force, that is AC, F into AC. Now we substitute the value of AC here. Then we get W is equal to F into S cos theta. So this is the formula to find work done. Work done is equal to force into displacement into cos of angle between the direction of force and the actual displacement. So we have to use this formula. W is equal to Fs cos theta. This formula is very important. So now we see some cases. So we have seen how to find the work done. Work done is measured as the product of force and displacement into cos of angle between direction of force and the actual displacement. Now we will take some cases. First case. Case first. When the body gets displaced in the direction of force. When body gets displaced in the direction of force. In that case, theta is equal to what? 0 degree. When a body gets displaced in the direction of force, that time theta is equal to 0 degree. Now we substitute the value in this formula. Then it will come W is equal to F into S into cos 0. The value of cos 0 is 1. Value of cos 0 is 1. Then we get W is equal to F into S into 1. So which is equal to Fs. So this is the formula. So work done is equal to force into displacement. Okay. In this case, work done is maximum. Work done is maximum when a body gets displaced in the direction of force. Now next case. A force is applied on the body and the body gets displaced normal to the direction of force. When a body gets displaced normal to the direction of force. So that time theta is equal to 90 degree. Theta is equal to 90 degree. Then we substitute the value in this formula. W is equal to Fs cos theta. In the place of theta we substitute 90 degree. Then we get W is equal to F into S into cos 90. Cos 90. The value of cos 90 is 0. Value of cos 90 is 0. Then we get a F into S into 0, which is equal to 0. In this case, work done is 0. So when a force is, when the displacement is normal to the direction of force, that time work done is 0. For example, suppose that a man is moving on a man is standing with a load on his head, and when he is not moving, that time there is no displacement and work done is 0. And suppose that a man is moving, and so the man is moving in this direction. So the displacement of the load, this is the displacement of the load. So he moves in this direction. So this is the displacement of the load. So in which direction the gravitational force is acting? Gravitational force is acting vertically downward. Gravitational force is acting vertically downward through its center of gravity. So, with respect to gravitational force, the man is not doing any work because the angle between the displacement, this is the displacement of the load, and this is the direction of gravitational force. The angle between the displacement and the gravitational force is 90 degree. Theta is equal to 90 degree. So, when we substitute the value in this formula, F into S into cos theta, theta is equal to 90 degree. So, then cos 90 is equal to 0. So, in this case, when a man is carrying a load on his head and moving on a level road, with respect to gravitational force, man is not doing any work because the angle between the actual displacement and the gravitational force is 90 degree. So no work is done. And when a body is moving in a circular path, when a body is moving in a circular path, in that case also no work is done. So this is the direction of the centripetal force. So it is marked. The direction of centripetal force is always acting towards the center, and this is the direction of displacement. So the angle between the centripetal force and the actual displacement is a 90 degree. So you know W is equal to Fs cos theta. Cos of 90 degree is equal to 0. So when a body is moving in a circular path, no work is done. Suppose that the moon is moving around the earth. Moon is moving around the earth. So with respect to the gravitational force of the earth, no work is done, because the gravitational force, the centripetal force is the gravitational force of the earth, and this way the displacement is will come like this. So the displacement of the moon is normal to the gravitational force. So no work is done. So there are two conditions. There are two conditions under which work done is 0. First condition is force is applied on the body and the body is not displaced. In that case work done is 0. And second condition is force is displacement of the body is normal to the direction of force. Under these two conditions work done is 0. So once again I repeat, when force is applied on the body and the body is not displaced, work done is 0. And when the displacement is normal to the direction of force, that time also work done is 0. Now we see units of work. Units. The SI unit of work is joule. So how do we write the unit? So you know the SI unit of force. What is SI unit of force? Newton. The SI unit of force is Newton. And what is SI unit of displacement? Meter. So work done is equal to force into displacement. In that formula, we write the SI units. SI unit of force is Newton and SI unit of displacement is a meter. So when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through 1 meter, then work done is said to be 1 joule. So this is the definition of SI unit of work. So SI unit of work is joule. When a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through 1 meter, then work done is said to be 1 joule. So this is the SI unit of work. Now we see the CGS unit. CGS unit of work is Erg. So what is the CGS unit of force? CGS unit of force is dyne. And CGS unit of displacement is a centimeter. So when a force of 1 dyne displaces a body through 1 centimeter, then work done is said to be 1 erg. So this is the CGS unit of work. The work is said to be 1 erg when a force of 1 dyne displaces a body through 1 centimeter. Now we see what is the relationship between SI and CGS unit of work. Relationship. So 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. So 1 Newton is equal to how much dyne? 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. And 1 meter is equal to how much centimeter? 1 meter is 100 centimeter or 10 to the power 2 centimeter. 1 Newton is 10 to the power 5 dyne and 1 meter is 10 to the power 2 centimeter. 10 to the power 5 into 10 to the power 2, that is equal to 10 to the power 5 plus 2, 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter. So dyne centimeter is called erg. So 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. So this is the relationship between SI and CGS units of work. Now we see the next topic, that is power. Power is the rate of doing work. The rate of doing work is called power. Work upon time. The rate of doing work is called power. So work we calculate by the formula force into displacement. Force into displacement upon time. The power is equal to work upon time. Work can be written as force into displacement. Then this displacement upon time. What is displacement upon time? That is velocity. So we can also write power is equal to, in some place of this displacement upon time, we can write average velocity, displacement upon time. So that it can be written as average velocity. So when force and average velocity are given, we can calculate power by the formula force into average velocity. When work and time are given, we can find power by finding work upon time. Now we can see the unit of power. Unit of power is a watt. SI unit of power is a watt. So what is SI unit of work? Joule. SI unit of time is a second. When 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, then power is said to be 1 watt. So this is the SI unit of power. Now we see some more common units of power. The SI unit of power is watt. Some more units. One is kilowatt. Kilowatt, which is equal to 1000 watt. Then megawatt, which is equal to 10 to the power 6 watt. Then horsepower. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. These are all some bigger units of power. Now the next topic is energy. Energy is the capacity of a body to do work. SI unit of energy is joule, which is same as the work. And another common unit of energy is calorie. 1 calorie is 4.2 joule. Then another larger unit is watt hour. 1 watt hour means 1 watt into 1 hour. 1 watt is 1 joule per second, and 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So 1 watt hour is 3.6 into 10 to the power 3 joule. And another larger unit of energy is kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour means 1 kilowatt into 1 hour. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt or 1000 joule per second. 1 hour is 3600 seconds, which is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. This is a larger unit. Watt hour and kilowatt hour are larger units of energy. One smaller unit of energy is electron volt. Energy of electron or atomic particles is measured in electron volt. It is a smaller unit. So 1 electron volt is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So today we have seen these topics: work, energy and power. So in next class we will see with another topic.